Hey guys, so this morning I posted news about all of my stuff being cancelled. Well, it's time for me to be truthful this time. About the cancellation of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F? Nah, that's a lie. It's not cancelled at all. It is taking a strain on my body and health. I have felt it, that's why I've slowed down a bit. That's also why, not just because of my roommate's injury where I was working on it, but also because I wasn't feeling it. I did not make the anniversary date of February 10, but don't worry, I do have an idea of another perfect date for release day. And to prove that I am still working on it, here's the last 10 seconds of the current progression of Resurrection F's reenactment. Now that you've seen this, you know I'm still working on it. Speaking of things that I'm still working on, I also said that I was planning to cancel Dragon Ball Z this morning. Well, it is true that it is a struggle to figure out where I want to go next. I already know all the main events of how I want to play them out, of the start and of the end, but it's all the little stuff in between that I'm just unsure what to do with. I mean, I know what's happening, but I have to figure out exactly how it happens. And don't worry, it's still gonna happen, even if it happens slowly. And once again, to prove it, here's footage, this time of the first 10 seconds of the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, which I believe happens to be the 15th episode. And this includes the title in those 10 seconds. Up next, Dragon Ball Re-enactments. This time I will not be showing you footage, because I did not record anything yet, but don't worry, once I have reached the end of the Tenshin Han saga, I will continue with the King Piccolo saga. I know it's weird considering that Dragon Ball Z just pretty much finished it in a reverse way, but the true King Piccolo saga will happen in the reenactments in just about a few weeks. I think there's only one episode left for the Tenshin saga anyway. If not one, just two. And maybe I'll combine them both, because I already watched the next one in the anime wise. And I might have to do a copy paste between the two episodes next. We'll see. But yeah, we'll continue. And yes, I do still plan to eventually remaster the Saiyan saga, because as you all know, when I first started reenactments, it was with a friend of mine, Super Davio 42, and I wasn't going this, how would I say, this step by step like I am now. Back then, we were just fighting for the hell of it, and then we were putting in super attacks in the order they were used in the anime, and that was it. The fight was just completely different, with the exception of the super attacks being used in the form of the Raging Blast 2 game, because back then, as you know, the idea was to use only Raging Blast 2. Why have we evolved since then? And for those wondering, yes, in the future I will do Dragon Ball Super reenactments. That's probably still very far away, but I will do it. So, this is it, folks. All the cancellation for this morning? All a lie. But I think most of you already knew, but I figured I might as well tell you now, in case somebody out there did not figure it out. It's always best to make sure, just in case, you know, we never know. Anyway, hope nobody was mad at me for this morning. Now that Rube has come out, and I'll go back to working on Resolution F. I need to get to work. See you soon, folks.